What's going on, everybody? It's Ocean, and we are back with another episode in our Loot from 1 Hour series. And I wanted to change it up a little bit. We've been doing a lot of wood cutting the last 2 episodes, so today we are going mining. And we are in Windsward right now. We're going to start here. If there's too much competition on mining iron ores, we're going to switch it up. I looked at all the ore prices, and iron is by far the most expensive. So we changed up our gear. So we got full mining equipment on. Some of the pieces were too expensive for us, so we have 2 blue pieces, 3 purple, but we have some pretty good mining yield and mining luck throughout everything. And then we also grabbed ourselves, because I've been using the orichalcum tools from the past, but I have a mithril mining pickaxe for this video. The last videos I was using the orichalcum logging axe, so we could have got a little bit more yield and luck, but overall probably wasn't a lot. But now we have mithril, and we'll be using mithril from here on out. So let's go ahead and kind of just show you the run real quick. We are going to be just hanging out in Windsward over here. There's a bunch of iron ore just throughout this entire territory right here, and that is what we are going to be going after. And for this video, I was getting a lot of comments about using proficiency boosts and stuff like that. So I'm going to go for 30 minutes using this powerful proficiency boost. So this is going to increase the amount of resources gathered with the tool for by 15% for 30 minutes. I spent about 90 coin on this. So the idea is that we earn more than 90 from using this in 30 minutes, or else it's not necessarily worth it, but I got to assume it's going to be worth it, especially when iron is it's like at 0.6 right now. Hopefully it doesn't change too much. And we get quite a few resources per iron ore, and there's a ton of them. So we should be good, but we just want to test it out. We're going to do 30 minutes with it, 30 minutes without it, and we will see what we are at. Other than that, pretty simple. You don't need to be too high level, and you can start mining iron pretty quickly. So let's just see what we can get. Alrighty, here we go. Competition already seems to be relatively high, so hopefully we can just start farming this and there's not anyone else taking up the iron. 21 from that one. This will be a bigger rock right here. Ooh, that was a good amount. We are going to be using our mount quite a bit in this one. It's not like there's just a ton of them sprawled out everywhere, so hopefully we get lucky and there's not too much competition, but it already does seem like there is not a whole lot of iron ore in this area. You can see someone is taking these things down. Hopefully we can cut in and start taking it from them. So Windsward was a bit too competitive over there, so I came over here to, honestly, can't even remember where I came. So we're going to re-drink Monarch's Bluff, I think. Yeah, Monarch's Bluff. So we're going to start mining over here. The good news is iron ore is going for just a ton of money right now, so we should be able to make a decent chunk of change. And look at that, we're getting a bunch of rare materials from the iron ore as well, so we might make some good money from that. But we're just going to run around, and we're going to see if we can find some iron ore. Yeah, again, quite competitive for iron ore right now, so there's a lot of people mining it, so you might have a hard time finding it, but if you do find one, it's good money. It is good money. Look at all this iron ore. It looks beautiful. We're getting some void metals. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, where are we at right now? So we've made it pretty far over. A lot of other materials and stuff that we're not going to grab, but this one rock wall is going to be good. And I did get, someone else stole a rock from me as well, so there is another level 65 person running around here taking out these iron ores. Alright, so first 30 minutes is up. We've used the powerful proficiency booster. We got ourselves 2,729 iron ore, 29 fey iron, 16 void metal, a couple of jewels as well. Overall, I will say, and I know I've said it a few times, the competition for iron ore right now is much higher than I was expecting it to be. So we haven't had a lot of luck of getting super consistent iron ores. We do a lot of running around, waiting for them to spawn. So the two locations that I ran around in, let's zoom out here. So Monarch's Bluff over here. I enjoyed running around this wall and kind of up and over in this entire area. This was pretty good, probably overall the best that I was able to get so far. On the New World map, which I'm going to put a link into the description below for you guys to take a look at, you can filter for iron ore and it'll show you everywhere on the map that has iron ore. Over here, it showed I had a lot, but I wasn't getting super lucky. And then also Windsward over here. This is, I just more familiar with this one. I would usually run all along this wall right here and then kind of go down by the water. And I would make it a big circle kind of like that, maybe up in the mountains a little bit. And that, back in the day, would find me a lot of iron ore. But overall, right now, quite tough competition, but we're going to get back out there for the next 30 minutes and see what we can get. Alright, we are back, and this time we are going to be doing it in a different area. We got 30 minutes left to go on the clock. As you can see, we're down here. Cutlass keys teleported into Spyglass Ridge, and we are going to be running down this alleyway right here, and then we're going to come over here and come up this way. And hopefully we can get ourselves a good amount of iron ore. We already got 3 right here, so let's get my clock up and rolling. We're going to hit start, and we are at 2,729 iron ore, and we are not using any proficiency boosters this time, so we're going to see what we end up with at the end of this 30 minutes. And hopefully we can get a little bit more lucky at finding iron ore than we did earlier. These are going to be our last 2 iron ores right here. Overall, this new area, I definitely liked it better, so I will show you again where we ran. So start at the settlement. I ran up here, I grabbed a couple rocks right here and then a couple right there as well. And then I came down this side. There was about 3 spots along this wall, and then there's 2 right here going all the way down, and it kind of wraps around into this area. And then from here we kind of run up here, bounce around the sides, finish off right here, and then we repeat it. And since we were not using the proficiency booster, I think we ended up getting a little bit less iron ore, but not a whole lot. I want to say about 400 less iron ore, so it is worth using the proficiency booster. I definitely recommend using it, but if you don't want to spend the gold on it, you're just going to be losing out on maybe about 200 gold in about a 30-minute time frame, so it's not terrible, but that's just more gold that you could have. So anyways, let's go sell this off and see what we're looking at. Alright, so looking at the inventory one more time, through the 1 hour, we got 5,214 iron ore, we got 37 void metal, 52 fey iron, and some good jewels over here for jewel crafting. Probably not worth too much down over here, but these ones are definitely going to be worth a good amount of money. So let's go and take a look real quick. If we were to sell our iron ore, people are currently trading them at, wow, 61 if we did an uppercut. So let's go ahead and do some math real quick at 0.61. Alrighty, if we sold all 5,214 at 0.61, it looks like the transaction charge is going to be about 0.03. So we earn 0.58 per unit. Looking at it before that transaction charge, we're going to get about 3,180. But since there is that transaction charge, we're looking more at 3,024. So let's call it, I guess we'll call it 3,024, which means my prior videos, I was doing the unit price rather than the earning per unit. I do think that these will sell in 3 days, so we're just going to go ahead and do it. And then we'll take a look at, what was it, the void metal. Okay. That's a lot of void metal this person has. It looks like it's going for just under 5 coins though, so let's go ahead and sell those off. Alright, if we sell all 37 of our void metal, and we get 4.52 back from it. We are looking at 167 plus the 3024. So we're back up to 3,200 just about after we sell these off. And then we still have the Fey Iron. That's probably not going to go for too much. Yeah, I didn't think so. 0.65. Okay. And we already sold some iron ore. That's pretty nice. Might as well sell it for about 0.64 just to sell it off quickly. 52 of them. Cancel real quick. Yeah, we'll just sell them to this guy. I'm good with that. Plus 26 gold. Alrighty, there we go. Alrighty, to close the video out. What is going on right now? To close the video out, we ended up with 5,214. Had we sold the 2,800 with the proficiency booster at the 0.58 earnings, if we times that by 2, yeah, as I mentioned, we probably would have got another 250 gold or so. However, each proficiency booster I was buying was about 88 gold, so minus 176, back down to about 3,072. So either way, we're looking at about 3,200 gold per hour from mining iron ore, which is really good. Cannot complain with that. I will say the bananas probably are still better, but it's very, very close because I think the bananas got 3,300 and the iron ore is at about 3,200. The one thing I would say is definitely look at the New World map and kind of plot out what you want to do. Again, I really like doing this one over here. You can kind of run by most of the enemies. If you're a high enough level, then it's not an issue. If you're low level, that might be a problem. If you're low level, I would check out Monarch's Bluff and Windsward. But that's going to do it for this video, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys all later on my next video.